Everywhere we go, we see trucks. There are trucks that carry heavy loads long distances. There are trucks that carry logs out of the woods to build our homes. There are trucks that are used to keep us safe. Trucks are used to do virtually all the work that men and women could not do by themselves. This is a truck factory. This is where trucks are made. It is the largest of its kind in the world. Parts for the truck are transported on a rail system overhead. This allows the workers to put on a part as the truck moves along the assembly line. All trucks are built using the same basic design. Each must have a chassis. A chassis is the skeleton of the truck. It holds everything together so that all the truck's parts work correctly. Connected to the chassis are the truck wheels. A truck may have a few or lots of wheels, depending on how heavy a load it carries. The front wheels are the ones that control where the truck goes. The rear wheels are the ones that take energy from the engine and make the truck go. Sitting on the chassis is the engine. The engine gives the truck the power to go. Connecting the engine to the wheels is a piece called the driveline. The driveline takes the power from the engine and transfers it to the truck's wheels. The cab is where the driver operates the truck. In it, the driver can stop, go, steer, or talk on the radio. After the cab is put on the truck, it is almost ready to leave the factory. It just needs a few more finishing touches. As you can see, this factory makes lots and lots of trucks. To get them to their final destination, they are put on top of another truck. Then another truck is loaded on top of it. This is called piggybacking the trucks, and it is used to haul the big trucks to their new owners. This truck is called a semi-truck. Its job is to haul goods from one end of our country to another. Without semi-trucks hauling goods for us, we wouldn't get fresh foods or clothing, or anything that makes our lives better. This is George and his semi-truck. He is just getting in from a long trip. He has already unloaded his cargo load and is unhitching his trailer so that a mechanic can check his truck. Because semi-trucks are on the road so much, they must be maintained so that they will not break down. A shipment that is late to its destination is not good for the trucking company. This mechanic is giving George's truck a thorough checkup. Changing the oil and filters, and making sure that all of the parts on George's truck will withstand the rigors of the next cross-country trip. When the mechanics are through with George's truck, someone takes it to a big truck wash and cleans it. After the truck has been checked out by the mechanic and washed, George can take it and hook it back up to another trailer. Then George picks up his load at a warehouse. At the warehouse, a crew loads George's truck. The crew must be extremely careful packing the trucks so that the goods do not shake around when they are on the road. After his truck is loaded, George is ready for the road. George's semi-truck has many modern conveniences that you might see on your own car, and even some that you would find in your home. On long hauls across the country, George can enjoy things like a big comfortable seat, air conditioning, and a CD player. He even has a bed, so he can take a nap when he gets tired. Next time you see George, give him a wave. Out in the woods, you see lots of these trucks. They are called logging trucks. They are used to bring the logs down from the mountains to the lumber mill. These big logs are then made into plywood for homes and buildings, and the little leftover scraps are made into paper. This is Rocky. He is a logging truck driver. He is on his way up the mountain to get a load of logs to take to the mill. When Rocky gets to the loading site, a machine helps Rocky to unload his trailer. This machine also loads the heavy and awkward logs onto Rocky's truck. It is called a loader. Inside the loader is Jeff. He is the man in charge of making sure that the logs are loaded safely onto Rocky's logging truck. Rocky's truck tows a special trailer that holds the logs and keeps them from falling out. To be extra careful so that these logs stay in place, Rocky uses a chain called a wrapper to cinch them tightly to his trailer. Once the logs are cinched down, Rocky checks his load, then off he goes down the mountain. Rocky must be careful bringing the logs from the forest down the narrow and winding mountain roads so that his logs make it safely to the lumber mill. Once he gets to the mill, another loader takes the logs from Rocky's trailer. The loader puts them into a pile where they can later be cut into lumber or plywood, and the rest made into paper. After Rocky has unloaded his cargo of logs, he takes his trailer off and loads it on top of his truck. Then he is off to the forest for another load of logs. Dump trucks are used for carrying materials from the earth. This is Tammy. She is a dump truck driver. Tammy doesn't drive just any dump truck. She drives one of the largest in the world. It is so large that it cannot fit on a city street. This dump truck carries 210 tons of material. Tammy is driving down to get her truck loaded. She is going down into a mine to pick up some ore called borax. After she gets to the loading site, she carefully backs her truck up and lets a huge electric shovel load her truck. The man loading Tammy's truck today is Mitch. He operates the big shovel. Mitch's job is very important because if he isn't careful, he could injure Tammy or anyone around her. Mitch's shovel can pick up 33 yards of earth in every scoop, or about as much as would fit into a small house. Once her truck is full, Tammy honks her horn to let everyone know that she is off to unload her borax. When she gets to the unloading spot, Tammy brings up her truck and pulls the handle that raises her truck bed high into the sky, allowing the ore to slide from her truck. Then Tammy is off to get another load in her huge dump truck. The electric company uses lift trucks to check power lines, making sure that they are safe and working correctly. Lift trucks carry men high into the sky so that they can make repairs to the out-of-order transmission lines. These men are Bob, Hugo, and Leonardo. They work for the power company and are all experts on controlling the lift. When a power line goes down, or there is some trouble with a line, these are the men sent out to fix it. They use a truck called a double bucket truck. It is called that because it has two buckets for men to work from. Inside the buckets are tools for the men to use once they are in the sky. If they need supplies, they load these in with them. Then with a big jerk, the men journey up to the broken power lines. They can maneuver themselves into position just by moving a couple of levers. One of the nice things about Hugo and Leonardo's job is that they always have a great view. When they are finished with the job, Leonardo lowers the basket down to the waiting truck. Then the men pack up and travel to another out-of-order power line. Everyone has seen a fire truck, but this fire truck is different. It puts out fires at airports. It is a special truck that has very large wheels to roll over things. It carries lots of hoses and water so that it can pump many gallons of water onto a burning airplane. The firefighters here are going on a test run. The driver of the truck is John. He must watch for traffic, like other service vehicles, and for jets that may be landing or taking off.
There's something going on over the floor there. Go ahead and check the right over there, Harry. You got something.
Once they get to the fire, Harry takes over and works the controls that pump the water onto a fire. Because airplane fuels burn so hot, all of the controls for this fire truck can be operated inside the cab. This keeps the men inside safe from exploding fuel tanks and falling debris. Sometimes on small or hard-to-get-to fires, the men must put on their fire retardant suits and extinguish a fire with a long hose. These suits are silver to reflect the heat of a fire. These firefighters, named Stephen and Harry, are testing the hoses and pumps on the crash truck. Firefighters that work on crash trucks are the best in the business. Fortunately, they don't get too many calls for their services, but they must always be prepared in the case of an emergency. Concrete trucks mix and deliver yards of gooey concrete to construction sites. Concrete is a mixture of sand, water, pebbles, and cement. This is how a concrete truck works. Debbie, who is the driver of the truck, backs her truck up to the loading hopper. The man in charge of the loading hopper is called the batch man. He is inside a building overlooking Debbie's cement truck. The batch man's name is Richard.
Jimmy D, I'm gonna load you next.
He makes sure that Debbie takes the right mixture of cement, sand, gravel, and water to the job site. Richard orders this mixture by using a computer.
10-4.
The cement truck mixes the ingredients as it is driven to the construction site. This keeps the mixture from hardening inside the drum. By the time that the truck gets to the construction site, the concrete is mixed and ready to pour. Debbie backs her truck up and then hops out to assemble the chutes. Chutes are pieces of metal that transport the cement mix from Debbie's truck to where the construction workers are laying the cement. Sometimes she needs only one chute to pump her cement mix into a hose that shoots cement out the other side. Other times, the mix must go further away from her truck, so she uses more chutes. Once the chutes have been set up, Debbie goes to the controls that deliver the concrete to the construction workers. By moving the levers, she can add more water or make the cement come out faster or slower. When these big trucks break down, a big tow truck is needed to haul it to the repair shop, where a mechanic can work on it. This tow truck driver is Carlos. He drives his truck out to help stranded drivers. Carlos' truck has special gear that can lift the broken down truck up and take it away. This is how he does it. First, Carlos backs up his truck until the legs of the lift are underneath the broken vehicle. After this, Carlos lifts the truck so that the front wheels are off the ground. Then he puts towing lights on the back of the broken down truck so that motorists can tell if he is stopping or turning. Then Carlos fastens a chain to the chassis of the broken truck so that it cannot break free on its way to the repair shop. After a final check to see if everything is hooked up correctly, Carlos is off. Delivery trucks make our lives a lot easier. They take packages from one place, like a home or a business, to another home or business. Here's how a delivery truck company works.
You can sign, please.
The delivery truck driver's name is Dan. After Dan picks the package up, he may go to more than one home or business to pick up even more packages. Dan then takes all of the packages back to his headquarters.
How you doing today?
This is where all of the packages from Dan and all of the other drivers are brought. The packages are then separated according to where their final destinations are. After they've been separated, another driver takes all of these packages to the airport where they are put on an airplane. This airplane flies the packages into your city, where another delivery person named Debbie picks them up and takes them to another distribution center. Then the package is off to its destination. Tommy is a recycled truck driver. His truck has special equipment that helps him to load recyclable materials from your home. Recyclable materials are materials that can be used more than once. They cut down on garbage, and by recycling, helps us to have clean cities and clean air. This is how Tommy's recycle truck works. Early in the morning, Tommy drives into the city to pick up recyclable material throughout town. Tommy divides the different materials according to their type: paper, plastic, cardboard, or newspaper. To help Tommy put all of the recyclable material from these homes in his truck, he employs a special tool. It is a lifting arm that picks the separated materials in the container up and empties them into the top of his truck. Tommy picks up garbage from home to home and from street to street across your town. Then he drives his truck to the recycling center and empties his truck there. Another truck that helps to keep the city clean is a street sweeper. This is Mark. He is the driver of the street sweeper. Mark's truck has special brushes underneath it that sweep dirt into the holding container on the truck's bed. When the truck is full of grime and dirt from the street, Mark must take it back to unload his dirt at his shop. Back at his shop, he pulls a switch that opens doors on the bottom of his truck, allowing the dirt to fall to the ground. Then Mark goes back out to sweep more streets and to keep our cities clean. Trucks come in many shapes and sizes and have an unlimited amount of duties that they perform to make our lives easier. If there were no trucks to help us, we couldn't get deliveries. We wouldn't get wood to build our homes or cement to construct bridges. We couldn't get valuable materials from the earth. Our cities would be full of dirt and garbage. Fires would burn without water to put them out. Power lines would fall, and no one would be there to fix them. We should be glad that we have these men and women to drive the trucks that make our lives so much better. Next time you see a truck, give the driver a big wave. Video glossary. Basket. Bins. Bob, Hugo, and Leonardo. Borax. Brushes. Cab. Carlos. Chassis. Cement. Cement truck. Crash trucks. Dan, Debbie, delivery truck, double bucket truck, driveline, drum, dump truck, electric shovel, engine, fire retardant suits, Jeff, John, George, Harry, hoses, lifting arm, loader, log, log truck, mark, mechanic, Mitch, piggyback, recycle truck, recyclable material, Rocky, semi-truck, Stephen, street sweeper, Tammy, Tommy, tow truck, wheel, wrapper,